Hello, I'm Hag and this is my lab. Today we're gonna have a look at this Nintendo Entertainment System. I bought it as a defective console and the description said it had a flashing light, as you can see on the video here. Now that can mean multiple things, but it usually just means that I can't communicate with the cartridge. So I'm thinking it might be an easy fix, and today we're just gonna take the whole thing apart, service it, clean it, and see if we can get it to work. First of all, let's just try some games and see if we can get any of them to work, or if we get any glitches or this red light. Let's just turn it on. This is with no game. And I think that just means it keeps resetting. So let's just put in Super Mario 3. Yeah, and that actually works fine now. Now I have tested this before and I have gotten different kinds of glitches. This is DuckTales. Let's see. Yeah, okay. So you can see the glitches there. And all I have to do to change it is just barely touching the cartridge. Yeah, so this is one thing that would happen. Yeah. Well, anyway, as we can see, it's clearly not defective, but it does have some issues. I think next we'll just open it up and have a look inside. Let's see. There we go. Right. I think this is the last one. There's nothing there. I don't know if I should open this from this side or the other side. So let's see if I can get these screws out so we don't lose them. There's one, and come on. There we go. Okay. Okay, so this is my first look inside one of these. There's definitely some dust in here. So this is what the cartridge mechanism looks like. It's a huge mechanism. I mean, I like how you put the cartridges in the Nintendo, but it does seem like maybe a little bit over-engineered. It would be enough just to put it in the connector, but then you have this action as well, which I like, but yeah, I don't know if it was the best idea. There's more screws for this cover than the top of the console. You should also need to get the recap Nintendo. I'm not sure if that's something you should do. There we go. Came off pretty easily. It doesn't expose that much more, to be honest, just mostly more of the actual cartridge mechanism. So how does this work? So this connector is fixed, and you just press the cartridge down. I like how this has some good springs on it. Actually needs some power to press it down. But yeah, so what actually happens, it flexes the connector on the cartridge inside the cartridge port. Very mechanical. So what we should clean is the connector port inside, and I think you can remove this whole top here, and it just slides into another connector on the motherboard. So you should probably clean both connectors. So I should disassemble this even more. But yeah, we need to clean this, and they're all flexing. Yeah. Now you can probably get replacement parts for maybe this whole carriage and everything basically. It has to do with the cartridge connector and port. But I've also read or heard that the replacement connectors are worse quality than the original ones. So I'll just try to clean the original one first. Just take out some more screws, I guess. Well, luckily I can use this video as a reference if I forget which screws goes where. They all seem like the same screws so far. Come on. And this is, yeah, this is not the same. This is a longer screw. So that's the inner screw on the port. And I think that separates the cartridge slot. Wait, how does this slide out? Okay, so that mostly loosened the whole motherboard, I think, but I might have to take out, I think I have to take out the motherboard to get this cartridge slot out, which means, I don't know, probably these two screws on the RF modulator. Let's try. Okay, so that loosen that up. Now there are some wires and connectors here, and I'm not sure if I should disconnect them yet, but I might have to. Let's just have a look. Yeah. So this is what I was talking about. So this is the actual connector, and it's this is just fixed, and the cartridge slot actually, it's just the slot mechanism that moves, and this is fixed. But this is also just pressed onto the edge of the motherboard, so this whole mechanism, the whole black one here, can be taken off. And we should do that so we can clean on focus. So we can clean this port, but also the pins down here, which clamps onto the motherboard. Let's see if there's any, I don't know if there's any screws on the back side or something. No. What's this whole metal shielding though? Okay. Okay, so that those connectors are holding on this. Okay. So here is that mechanism. Well, not a mechanism, but, well, I guess. I don't know. Is it a mechanism? Maybe. So this bottom part just slides onto the connectors on the motherboard, which, like, it's the same as the connector on the cartridges, basically. And then the top one is just where the cartridge connects. And the top one is just single-sided, but the bottom one is double-sided. I should probably look into how to best service these. And also, let's see if I can get this RF shield back. ish. Now the connectors on the motherboard do seem a little, I don't know, oxidized or something. There's definitely some, they're not as clean as they should be, so we're definitely gonna clean those as well. So it's good we took apart the whole mechanism, because I think it's gonna need some cleaning. Does not look too good. And it's, I don't know how it looks on the other side. Yeah, it's the same on the other side basically. Okay, so clunky. How do I remove these? Okay, so that's pretty easy. But what about these connectors? They seem a little fragile. A little bit scared to yank on them. I think the green part is supposed to separate from the white one. Okay, so taking out the blue one makes it easier to get to these. So what is the tab here? These are both the controller ports. I can see something happening. There we go. Yeah, these are definitely keyed, so should be no problem. And for this one, so this goes through the RF shield. It's kind of hard to film this, sorry. Trying to be gentle. There. There we go. So the rest of the insides are just the power button, reset button, and controller ports. And yeah, and this just connects the whole. This blue connector is just for the power and reset switch to the main board. So I'm definitely going to clean both these parts while I have it all taken apart. and do that before putting it back together. It's interesting. It's like a 7805 has a cradle heat sink thingy. So this is the expansion ports, which I don't really know what you can use for, but it goes, it's behind this tab at the bottom of the console, which you have to break off. It does seem a little bit bent actually, which is kind of strange. I think it's just metal on the outside though. So this is the connector again that we're going to clean. That side and also the back side. Well, I guess we just get on with the cleaning. I have some, this is just some contact cleaner which I'm going to use, and a toothbrush. Let's just see how we're going to do this. That is looking a lot better actually. Still a tiny bit on top there. We'll see. Okay, let's move to the other side. Yeah, look, there's definitely something rubbing off. So this contact cleaner is supposed to not leave any residues behind, but I think I'm gonna use some IPA just in case, just to remove any residue if there is any. I just get some water, a little bit of it right there. Some grimy stuff here. And on the modulator. Nice opening up again. better. Okay. Just do the same here. I think that's it for the board itself. I don't know if I should do anything with this metal, the bent metal on the connector here. Yeah, I'll just leave it like that. Let's just do a quick wipe down of this metal sheet before we continue, because it's grimy and dusty. Oh. There's definitely some stuff coming off. See what? She knows as I can do, just bending and pressing it into shape. Yeah, I think that's okay. It feels cleaner, and it smells cleaner, which probably means it's cleaner. That is so simple and so effective. The mechanism that holds the carriage down is just basically a it's a little bit dusty as well, but there's a metal pin that goes into this. Let me see if I can remove some of this dust. So this metal pin just slides in this slit, and then it hits a divider, which takes it into a notch on the top. And when you press again, it presses the metal thing on the other side, and it goes back down. And it makes that very satisfying noise. And it works every time. It's such a simple design. That's nice. Let's give this a good clean. It's a really nice mechanism. I think you're able to see that. So it goes in, gets pressed to one side, into the notch, and back out. Very nice. Sorry about the camera, it's just hard to show every part of this. There we go. Okay, that's it for the carriage. guess we should look at this next then. Sure, what's the best way to clean this? I guess it's just getting some contact cleaner in there and scrubbing it down. Let's see if it actually does anything, but we just have to leave. Super just really looking nasty, so it's probably doing something. So this is what happens when you put it in the NES, the cartridge. I mean, you put it in the cartridge slot or cradle, whatever. It goes into this connector and you push it down. And there's some flex on these pins, so it's able to flex a little bit. It's very hard to show. It would probably be way better if it was just a double-sided connector like this, and you just push the cartridge directly into it instead of the whole just one side and press down thing. At least I would think so. So it slides on like this. Oh my god, that's a scary sound. Holy. Sounds like you break the whole thing. Scary. Seriously, that scares me every time. That's on there real good. Okay, let's not do that anymore. The controller ports seemed a little bit flaky, so I should try and clean those as well. And I think the best way to do that is just to get the controller connector and put some contact cleaner in here. And we just connect it and reconnect it. Let me try and screw this out. Okay, so that was just okay, so these, how are you supposed to do this? Oh, it is? Nice. that. Nice. Then it's just this assembly here. There's one screw there. There's one screw here. There we go. Okay. That's actually pretty easy. And then I have this whole bottom part as well, which I can just clean in soapy water. Hopefully it doesn't do anything to these labels. I'll have to be careful. That's going to be it for today's episode. It's turning into a long one, so it's going to be 2 parts. In the next part we're going to reassemble the console and try out some games. Bye for now.